Hello class, today we're going to talk about permutation. A permutation is a fancy way of saying a combination where the order of the numbers matter. So in this example here, the combination to this safe is 472. If we try to open this safe using the combination of 7, 2, then 4, although it's the same numbers, they're not in the right sequence, not in the right order, it wouldn't open this safe. In order to open this safe, you have to enter the combination exactly as stated, 472. So you have to put 472 to open this particular safe. So using mathematically precise language, if the order doesn't matter, it's a combination. If the order does matter, it's a permutation. In other words, a permutation is an ordered combination. So now we're actually going to go over a couple examples, show you how to put on paper, how to calculate permutations. There's two types of permutations. You can have a permutation where the repetition does matter, and you can have a permutation where the repetition doesn't matter. We're going to go over a couple examples and explain to you exactly what this means. So the first type of permutation we're going to try to solve for is the permutation where repetition is allowed. So in the case here where we have a lock that has 12 different numbers we can choose from. But most locks, you can have the same number to choose from 3 times if you want. So in this particular case, repetition is allowed. So the way we write this is we're going to have n to the power of r, where n equals the number of choices and r is how many times we choose. So in this case, n would equal 12 and r would equal 3. So we'd have 12 to the power of 3, which equals 1,728 possible combinations we have for this particular lock. Another type of permutation is where repetition is not allowed. So in the scenario we have here, we have 2 cups and we have 3 balls labeled A, B, and C. We want to find out how many different ways can we put the balls in the cups without any repetition. So we can't use the letter A twice at a time. So I've already gone ahead and calculated. There's 6 different ways we could do this. Now to do this using mathematical notation, the way we do is we write out, we can have a P and R, which equals P and R, which equals P and R. So these all equal the same thing. They're different ways of asking for permutations. So this all equals n factorial over n minus r factorial. Now a bit of review. So in our case we have, whenever you have a factorial, so for instance 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 times 1, which equals 6. So as you remember, you multiply by the factorial and you keep on subtracting a number. So going back to our question, to solve our question now, you're going to get 3 factorial over 3 minus 2 factorial, which is going to equal 6 over 1, which equals 6. So as verification, in this case, we have 6 possible ways that we can get the 3 balls into the 2 cups. So this is how we can solve for permutations.